Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday morning crafty coffee break. I'll try to zoom in just a little bit more. Let's see if I can. Oh, look, we're under winter weather advisory. Will it ever be over? Will it ever be over? Good morning, everybody. Once again, I'm going to share the catalog. If you'd like a catalog, just message me and I'll drop one in the mail to you. Let's see if my computer sees my live since I waited a few minutes. There it is. And maybe I'll even see comments. Say hi if you're watching. So here's the mini catalog. That's all this stuff is available. Today I am going to show you some cards I made with the Sweet Bugs suite. Let me show you it in the catalog. I think it was page 43. Let's see if my memory is any good. It is. So this is the Sweet Bugs. Look at all those cute cards. And this is all the stuff it comes with. I can't even really show you the paper because I've cut it up so much. I have another pack on order. But the suite comes with the stamps, the dies, these cute little ladybug epoxy embellishments, rickrack ribbon, and all this fun paper. So let's get started so I don't keep you very long. Here are the stamps and the dies. So it's fun because the paper that comes with this, a lot of these dies will cut the images right out of the paper. So that's kind of fun. But let's get started with card number 1. I'm going to set these aside. And I just dropped it. This is the card we're going to make here. Let's see. I don't know if I can come in any closer. I'm working on figuring out my camera stuff. So this is the card we're going to make. Hi, Marie. So it starts with a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5. Basic card base. Let's see, did I score this one? I must not have scored it. Let me score it real quick. Scored at 4 1/4. Then we just fold it in half. Here's our bone folder. So we have a nice crease. Okay. And then I already went ahead and embossed this with the Birch embossing folder to give it a little dimension, like that. And then we're going to have a piece of cardstock in crushed curry that is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8, and then a piece of designer series paper. And in this paper, there's these little snippets. And I just cut out this little snippet here. But this is a piece that's 3 by 4. Then we needed a little piece of rickrack that'll go around the card. And here's my little bug that I actually cut out right out of the designer series paper using the dies. Isn't he cute? Cute. And then this is what we'll stamp our sentiment on. Okay, so let's get started. First, we'll glue down. I'm a fan of the green glue. I struggle with the little, oh, I must have picked an empty glue. Let me change my glue out. I have plenty of them over here. There we go. There. So we're going to glue this down. Let me slide these over so I can kind of be in camera here. We'll just glue this down. Like this. This is a pretty simple card here. And next we'll glue this designer series paper down to the crushed curry. Nice pretty layer. Like that. And then we're going to put this card up on this part, and we'll put it up on dimensionals. Give it a little bit of a pop. And we'll stick one in the middle. Ooh, they're pretty sticky dimensionals. Peel those off. Like that. Did I get them all? I did. Now let's stick this onto the front of our card. Oh, I missed a step. Oh, let's see if I can pull it up. I was supposed to put the rickrack around. Oh, those dimensionals really stick. Let's see if we can unstick it. Maybe I didn't press down too hard. Hold, please. Oh, that one's still pretty good. Oh. Sorry about that. Let's put this rickrack down first. Wrap it around the card. I'll use a little bit of seal because that goes on fast. Just to kind of anchor the ends of the rivet of the rickrack. I'm always off camera. I need a different arm, I think. So I'm not always, feels like I'm reaching. So let's wrap this around. Oh, I want it a little lower. It's probably a little longer than we need. I think I cut a piece about 6 inches, but you probably didn't need that much. Oh, and then I twisted it. Here we go. Like that. And we'll stick this back down. Straighten it out a little bit. There we go. I missed that step. All right, let's stamp our little sentiment. I'm going to just say, love you lots. We're going to stamp it in pecan pie. Tap, 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 tap. I'm going to have to bring this down because it's a little bitty piece, so I can stamp it somewhat straight. Not too bad. Close that so I don't stick my arm in it. Okay, and then we're going to put the little bug up on dimensionals. Just a couple of those. Hi, Evelyn. I know I saw your message, but by the time I saw your message, I couldn't very well answer you. Yeah, all my lives are here in this group because I do not have enough followers on my page to do lives there. So we're going to set this little bug up on there. And then, how did I do this one? Looks like I just glued him down. I'll use this glue. Yep, so all my lives will be here in this group till I can get 100 followers on my page. And then we're just going to stick this down right there. And there's card number 1. These bugs are so cute. Let's see if I can do the next one without any mishaps. So the next one we're going to do is this one. Now, I've used up so much of this designer series paper, I didn't have this background, so I changed it up a little bit. So we're going to start with our base, which is 5.5 by 8.5. And I guess I didn't score this either. Usually I'm really good about scoring them before I start. Let me score it. It's like you guys don't need to see me score. Sure. So this is Blackberry Bliss. This is what I love this color. And fold that in half. Burnish. Look nice. So I use this paper for my background. Normally it would come from, these are those little snippets. See, this is part of it, but I used it for something else. So I'm going to use this paper for the background. And then, what else I have in here? Oh, I forgot to embellish the last one. We'll go back and do that. A circle cut in Blackberry Bliss from Spotlight on Nature, my little tag. And then normally you could cut this out of the Designer Series paper, but I have no more paper with this caterpillar on it, so I colored it. That's the joy of this stamp set. Hi, Dawn. So let me pull my embellishments out so that I remember them this time. Look how cute those are. Aren't those cute? And little dewdrops. All right. Let's glue this down. I'm still trying to figure out how to stay in camera. I need to look over at my computer and see how far off I am. I don't know. I would think what I see in my phone is what I'm seeing on my computer. Let's glue this down. And then we're going to pop our little circle up on dimensionals. Oops. These are really sticky. They're really stuck. I really got to yank them off. So as I'm looking out my window, my craft table faces my window to my backyard. I'm watching it snow. Yes, once again, it's snowing. I don't know when that rodent's supposed to come out, but I never trust him anyway. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. And then we're going to stamp Hello Friend in Mossy Meadow. Hello Friend. All right, I got to pull this down. I can't look around my camera and stamp at the same time. Just not that talented. There we go. Not too bad. Could have been a little better. Probably if I used my Stampin' Pierce mat. And then this one is cut with this little punch. I'm going to cut the little... I think I made my piece long enough. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, I think so. Pop that little piece out. Look at that. Like magic. There's so much stuff in my room. So let's see, how did I stick this down? Oh, I put a little glue at one end and a dimensional at the other. And we're going to put the little purple caterpillar down with some dimensionals. Oop, these are just really sticky. They really stick to the sheet. Oh, there we go. So, move stuff around here. Just stuck my finger in there. All right. So we're going to stick our little caterpillar right here. Oh, I guess it would help if I took the backings off the dimensionals. It sticks a lot better that way. Oh, I already saw his 6 more weeks of that little bugger. But we already knew that, especially here in Michigan. Winter's forever. And then we're going to stick our little sentiment kind of right under here a little bit. Oops, I'll go back up there so I had that glue. Like that. Use your fingernail to get rid of the glue. And let's put some ladybugs on this one. So, if I can get them off. There's one. Let's stick one up on that leaf. And then I'll do a couple more down here. Aren't they cute? And they're nice and flat, so they shouldn't add a whole lot of bulk to your, when you mail it. So there's card number 2. A little different. I really like this background better, but I didn't have the paper, so I improvised with this one. Okay. Now let's move on to card number 3, which will be this one. Look at those cute little ants. This one's a little more involved, so I'm going to do some coloring. Once again, we start with a card base. Oh, I did score this one. See that? I don't know why I didn't score the other ones. Scored at 4 1/4, so it's 8.5 by 5 1/2. Scored at 4 1/4. And then we have a piece of DSP that is 5 1/2 by 2 1/2. That'll go across this way. Then we have cardstock. This is Early Espresso. That's in 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. And then this fun, looks like a picnic blanket, doesn't it? DSP, that's 4 by 3. And then here's my little ants that I'm going to color. This is from the Beautifully Celebrated dies. There's a whole bunch of dies. That's a fun set. And then I think these go to another one. These don't go on this one. It goes on another one, I thought. But maybe they go on there. Maybe I forgot them. Okay, let's do some coloring first. So I am going to color the trumpet in Daffodil Delight. Okay, see, these were originally cut from the DSP, but I don't have any more DSP to cut little ants out of. I have some coming, but that box isn't here yet, so I have to improvise, but that's okay. I'll color the little flag in Poppy Parade. Oops. And then we're going to use dark and light Cajun Craze to do their bodies. I probably could have colored these ahead of time, but it's fun for you to see how to use the blends. You can just color. You don't have to get fancy and do all kinds of shading. And then we'll just color every other little stripe on these ants. They're very happy ants. They're spreading joy. So I had a fun weekend doing this online retreat. I made so many interesting projects. I'll post them up later. The last one was a card. It was a really cute card, but I have to go back and watch because I couldn't quite figure out how to put it together. He made it sound like it was so easy, but I was totally confused. But I think once I go back and rewatch the video and look at the card a little closer, I think I can figure it out. There was lots of pieces to it. He called it a, excuse me, a quilt card. And that's kind of what it looked like. It's in the Valentine paper. It's very pretty. I will get it done. I just got to figure it out. Almost done. And then I'll show you how we cut these out with the little dies. So we're going to use this die right here. All the little, and it cuts each one separately. So give me a second while I trot over here to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut these little guys out. One moment. Hopefully I don't rush, and I'm not going to use anything to tape it down. I don't know even if you can hear me. My plates are a little warped. I have new plates coming too, but those aren't here yet either. Let's see how we do. Sorry if I'm shaking the table. let's see how I did. You have the ants too, Marie? Oh, I know, they're just so cute. You just can't help it. Look how cute they are. Aren't they? Oh, can you see them? So cute. All right, let's put the card together. Let me give this another little burnish. So we need this stamp, Spread Joy in Early Espresso, on our little label. And we're going to stamp it a little higher up so we can put the ants underneath. Oh, that turned out pretty good. Okay. And then, let's see, how did I do this card? Oh, I'm not crazy about the ribbon showing on the inside. Look at the other side. Some more of the snippets. But look, aren't those blackberries and strawberries cute? But we're going to glue this side. Come on, glue. Probably should put the cap on and it wouldn't do that. All right, I'll put the cap on you so you'll not do that to me next time. So let's glue this down into the center of the card. It goes edge to edge. And it could be a little lower. And then we're going to glue our little tablecloth to... Now that I got glue all over my fingers. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And maybe I just need to grab a new bottle of glue. All right. There's that. We're going to glue this onto here. Oop. There. That's somewhat straight. That's pretty good. And then we'll glue this down to the card base, because we popped up the label with dimensionals, so we don't want too much bulk. So we just kind of center that on the card, like that. I want to check something real quick and see if... Oh, yeah. Those flowers go in there. All right. So, the little ants go up on dimensionals. Let's put this down first. So, we'll pop this up with some dimensionals. Like that. Remember to take the covers off this time. All right, we'll stick this. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Let me get this. Remember last card, I forgot to do this. So, let's see. I like to put a little sticky down. What did I do here? How did I do? Oh, no, this one goes all the way around. So you have a curly end. You have a curly piece at the end. I didn't measure this. See how that kind of curls up at the end? But how did I... Oh, we just put some sticky at the end. Let's use this. Let's see how this works. So, You all, if you've watched me a few times, you know ribbon and I just don't really get along. That's probably why I have so much in my stash, because I never use it. So let's stick that down there. Let me get my scissors. Cut that off. Get rid of that. And then we're just going to stick this little end there. That'll work for me. So it's got a little curly end. Now we can stick this down in the center. And then we're going to take our little ants. Oh, maybe I'll use minis on them. Use some little dimensionals on these guys. I think the mini dimensionals work best. You like ribbon on the card? I mean, I don't mind putting it on there. I don't really care that you see it from the back side, but I guess it is what it is. So let's put our little ants down as they're marching, spreading joy. So he's going to go at this end, tooting his horn. This little guy's in the middle. Probably sticking my arm right in the camera. I guess I should put my camera on the right side since I'm left-handed. Maybe that would make more sense when I angle it. And here's our last little ant. And then we have these little flowers. That, since I have my little dimensionals out, I'm just going to use those. And we'll stick those on. Let me flip them. Oops. Flip them over. Easier said than done. Glue probably would have worked faster, but I think they need to pop up. There. And then we'll just stick them on the card. In various places. And one more. And there's our third card. And we have one more to do, one more. And this is the one we're going to make. Oh, I'm going to do some more coloring. So this is on a base of Cajun Craze, folded at 4 1/4. And then we have a very vanilla layer. And guess what I forgot to cut out? I forgot to cut out the DSP. So hang tight. I do have some of that left. So let me cut that real quick. Right here. No, it's not. Hang on. I gotta find my. Oh, here it is. So let's see. What is that background? This is what I have left of my paper. So I think I was gonna come back and do this, and then I forgot. Oh, there it is. So this is going to be a piece. So this is what it looks like. And look, on the back side's that fun. So this piece is all right. Sticky notes. 3 3/4 by 5. Right? Make sure I cut it the right way because it is directional. 3 3/4 by 5. I double checked before I came live, and I obviously didn't double check close enough. Ta-da! There we go. There's that. All right. And then we have a circle cut from Stylish Shapes, a banner from Stylish Shapes. We have this little strip that is 4 by 1/2 inch, and then our little bug cut on very vanilla paper. So let's color him first to get that done. So we're going to make the book a fun gold color. This is Daffodil Delight. I am in camera. Okay. And then his little body is going to be in Smoky Slate. My dogs always have to be up here with me. At least they're quiet. Normally they're chewing on something. There's his little body. Yeah, I have to agree with you, Dawn. Some bugs are cute. Some, I know they're all meant for something in our environment, but I don't like things that bite. There's our little ladybug. And then we're going to cut her out of, let's see, this one. She's holding her little book, right? Yep. So hang tight. Let me cut this real quick. This was one that also could have been cut from the designers. If you guys could see the disaster on my table at this end of my room. I have stuff everywhere. All right. You love them all outside. Oh, look how hard it's snowing now. I'm just so excited. There's our little bug holding her book. So let's do some more stamping. So on this one, we're going to stamp these little dashes, I guess you could call them. I'm going to pull this down because you kind of stamp off. And this is going to be in Mossy Meadow. This is going to be kind of like a tone on tone. So we're just going to stamp, stamp, stamp. I'm going to turn my stamp around. And stamp. Maybe a little more right there. Like that. So get rid of that one. And then we're going to need the Love You Lots back. And we're going to do a little bit of masking. It's really snowing hard here. Is it snowing in Ludington, Scottville? You can have it back. If it's not, it can come back your way. All right. Let's do that. And then we're going to take our Love You Lots die, or stamp, I'm sorry. But we're going to get rid of the lots because we just want it to say love you on there. So what we'll do, I put some Post-it notes up here, is you take your stamp, and I'm just going to use a little, and you just kind of cover up the word lots with your Post-it note or whatever you have, something that'll just cover it up. stamp. The key here is to remember to take the Post-it note off. Ask me how I know that. So we want this love you to be closer to this end, and hopefully I did good. Oh, not bad. Oh, what, Dawn, did it snow last night? I mean, we didn't have any snow here this morning, but it's really coming down now. So now we're going to stamp this little strip with this little bitty flower. We're going to stamp that in Cajun Craze also. So it'll be another, oh, there's one other stamp. What other stamp did I forget? Oh, no, we're going to use this one with the grass. We're going to use this, the flower with the grass. That one's cuter. So instead of this one, let me put that over there. We're going to use this one with the grass. And we're just going to go, let's flip that over. It's just a little background decoration. It's not like you're really going to see much of it. More grass at the end. There. Hi, Kathy. I didn't even see you hop on. Okay. Let's start putting this together. I think I have everything stamped. All right. So let's glue this layer down. To the very vanilla. This is such fun paper. That's why I ordered another pack, because I saw some fun things this weekend using this set. Somebody did like an explosion card that was so cute with the bugs. I can hardly wait to even try that. It's probably not something I would do on a live, but I'm going to try to make it, that's for sure. Your snow's quit for you? Cold as the dickens. Is snow common for you where you live, Marie? You have to go look on a map where you actually live. Then we're going to take this little strip here, and it's going to go across the center. I'm just going to use glue. Oh, glue. Stupid glue. I think that's straight. And we're going to pop our little circle up on some dimensionals. Yeah, I'm going to get my cup of coffee afterwards. My morning routine, Monday mornings, my routine is, Monday is laundry day. I only do laundry on Mondays. There's just the two of us. It works out perfectly. Then I go do my workout. I switch out a load of laundry, and then I come up here. So my coffee will come after this. So this is not my coffee break, but this could be your coffee break. So we're going to, excuse me, set this down on here like that. And then we're just going to glue this down, and we're going to pop the bug up on dimensionals. Like that. So we want to see some of those little flowers. So I'm going to put this a little lower here. Oh, I guess maybe I should stick a dimensional at that end. think we can do that. Maybe I'll do a little one because I'll probably aim better. Stick a little dimensional down here. I don't know who has these glass mats, but if a dimensional gets stuck on these glass mats, you really got to scrub to get it off there. That works better. And then we'll take our little bug and we'll put a couple dimensionals on her. I'm assuming it's a she. They're all she bugs for me. Oops. Like that. And there she sits there. And then we'll put a couple ladybugs. I take your pick tool back. I just throw things around when I'm on a live. I don't know what I did with it. You don't see it. Okay, I'll use this thing. What'd I do with it? Let's see if I can get it off with this. Nope. Fingernails will have to work. I don't know what I did with my take your pick tool. So let's put one on this little mushroom here. And on this mushroom up there. How cute is that? I think that's good. Just the two of them. So there we go. There's card number 4. So let me pull the rest of them back out. Zoom. Oop, wrong way. I'll zoom in a little bit. So only variation was that one. There they all are. So fun. Thank you for joining me. It was fun having all of you on live with me today. I actually didn't do too many mistakes, so practice makes perfect. You're snowed in, Marie. Yeah, it's coming down really hard right now. Kathy, I'm sure you're missing this. Thank you, Marie. Other than that, I'm off to go have my morning coffee. I'm so glad you joined me. This is my every Monday gig now, so I'm going to try to be pretty consistent. Thank you so much for joining me today. And wherever you are, I hope you stay warm. And Kathy, I hope you have some sunshine where you are. You're welcome, Evelyn. Thanks, Dawn. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.